And I think there's a few things that the SafeNetwork does to kind of mitigate a lot of that risk. So one of the things that when the SafeNetwork launches, which we anticipate will probably be towards the end of this year, will be that initially anyway, that there's things that we're doing to try and make this more convenient. But I think Apple have maybe got a bit too close to, because there's always this trade-off with security and convenience that you make to users. So if you make it hugely secure, it can make it terribly inconvenient to use. But you can go the other way, which maybe arguably Apple have done, and it becomes too easy to actually take what should be private data. So within the SafeNetwork, for example, on day one, there will be no password reminder. Much in the same way as a Bitcoin wallet. If you forget your password, your Bitcoins are long gone. And I think that will be the case with your data on the SafeNetwork, although there are plans afoot to try and sort that out. And I think as well, some of the other things that we're talking about with the SafeNetwork. So I've read a lot as well about the iCloud attack, and there's lots of talk about brute forcing. So if you, I think if there's and I don't use iCloud, but I believe there's something like a Find My Phone type function, which allows you to make multiple password attempts, which brings, it doesn't time out after you get so many incorrect, and that allows you just to basically start brute forcing a system. And I think that it's something that's quite clever within the SafeNetwork that the engineers have put in, because there's two parts to the SafeNetwork, Marco. There's the client and there's the network. And so the client is used to decrypt and encrypt information, and everything that exists within the network itself is only ever encrypted shards of data. There's no passwords going in there, there's nothing like that. The data can only ever be decrypted on the client side. So if someone was trying a similar attack on the SafeNetwork and they entered, tried to get someone else's username or PIN, for example, in existing systems or many existing systems, when you get the username wrong, so you keep trying until you get that right, and then you go to work on the password. And as I was saying, within the SafeNetwork, what it does is within the client, the PIN it sends instruction to the network, and that locates where your data is in the address space of the network with the PIN, and the password decrypts it. So if you keep entering and providing an incorrect PIN, it will keep delivering you data, and it won't be your data, and you won't be able to decrypt it because you won't have the correct combination of user and password. But it will just keep delivering you data back, but you'll have no idea that it's incorrect. So it effectively can start to kind of denial of service attack on yourself, which I think is a pretty nice feature. So there's a few things that the SafeNetwork will do to kind of mitigate a lot of the problems that Apple have had and are having.